a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, the roof about to come off of NXT Arena. WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels with a monumental announcement.
I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak whenever I'm around. They see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
Oh, come on, go, come on. Well, don't stop. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, has asked me to let everybody know. Can I see that right there? Now, he couldn't be here tonight. Now, I don't know how I'm supposed to hold both of these and a microphone. Okay, well, I'm going to let you know there are two of these NXT Tag Team Championships. There is a tournament going on, and I'm telling you this much. The guys that win these are going to be the stars of tomorrow because they will be crowned the first NXT Tag Team Champions. And I'm telling you, that is going to be a springboard to bigger and better things for those two gentlemen. So it is a tournament that you had better keep your eye on. And all you NXT superstars in the back, you better be gunning for him because as a guy who was once in a tag team, I can tell you that winning those championships is a springboard to a terrific career if you can make it happen. And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you.
This arena is buzzing. Hello and welcome to the excitement of NXT. What a huge announcement just now by the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. An NXT Tag Team Tournament that begins right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first at a total combined weight of 580 pounds, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, the Wyatt family.
A better choice of words, William, might have been haunting. Exciting always, but when the Wyatt family makes its presence felt, haunting. Rowan, Harper, and Wyatt, what do you make of these three?
Your guess is as good as mine, Tony. You can feel the chill in the air here in the NXT arena. It's Bray Wyatt. What's surprising is Bray Wyatt is a huge man, and he's dwarfed by the size of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. That's truly scary.
They are a family in the sense of the word that a family can be a unit, a clan. Bizarre, frightening, the eye contact between these three.
Their opponents at a total combined weight of 460 pounds, the team of Yoshitatsu and Percy Watson.
And the tag team title tournament first round opponent for the family, Yoshitatsu and Percy Watson. What a fascinating contrast of styles, William. How do you see this one matching up?
Well, it's definitely a unique team. It's just, you can, there's no other way of putting it. But both Yoshitatsu and help me out here. I'm stuttering.
Percy
Watson
and Percy
there we
Watson.
Go. There we go. Percy Watson, both incredible athletes, both very well skilled, and can beat anybody on any night. Can they face these two and beat Eric Rowan? And I don't see this. I don't see them. What do you think?
And the stakes are high because it's a single elimination tag team title tournament They'll always remember the first. Christopher Columbus, Neil Armstrong, we always remember the first. Well, these two teams are squaring off in the first round of the tag team title tournament here at NXT. History, immortality at stake as this one gets underway. You can speak directly to what it takes to excel up high as Percy Watson gets the offense going. What it takes to excel in tag team action. What do tag teams need to do effectively, William?
You have to, as a tag team, you have to work as a unit and you have to isolate and defeat your opponents. And that's quite obvious. But sometimes teams don't quite understand that. And they work as two single wrestlers, and it doesn't work. You have to work as a team. The only most important thing to you in your team is your partner, because if he loses, you lose.
Rowan is in the ring for the Bray Wyatt family against Yoshitatsu, the leader of the Yoshi Army. More than 200,000 followers for the native of Tokyo, Japan. His tweets always ending with that familiar hashtag, never give up. He will have to have a determined effort against a much bigger man. Rowan up high, Tatsu comes up empty.
We've seen both Percy Watson and Yoshitatsu try to take down Eric Rowan.
Look at the strength of Rowan.
But the vertical base of Eric Rowan, it has to be destroyed, else there's no way you can get him down.
Rowan in
his power
command
is
here,
shocking.
William. Vicious chops to the chest. And now the tag made, and we see the offensive approach.
I don't know if you noticed that, but they weren't uncalculated strikes. They were both to the rib area, not to the chest. That's going to take the wind right out of Yoshitatsu.
Yoshitatsu is an entertainer by nature. He's getting it handed to him in the corner. He's one of 16 entrants in the Superstar Search talent competition on the wildly successful JBL and Cole show. Yoshitatsu is a WWE fan favorite all over. He is Yoshitatsu in a world of difficulty here. Cornered.
We're talking about tag team strategy here. Are you seeing how they're isolating Yoshitatsu in their corner? You know, we can say that they don't look quite right in the head. That's not the case. They're obviously working very well as a team together. Bray Wyatt's got them together. They are working great as a unit. They're isolating their opponent, and they're beating Yoshitatsu down.
Haunting the communication non-verbally between these three. As you can see, Yoshitatsu certainly in a position of grave disadvantage. Now Tatsu responding. Talking about the communication of this Bray Wyatt family. I tried to talk to them earlier this afternoon, all three of them. Tatsu down hard. They were sitting in a circle, not speaking. Here's a cover. Rowan for the win. Tatsu out at 2. Can you imagine that? Sitting in a circle for 10 minutes. I waited for 10 minutes, William, because I knew you were going to ask.
Tony, you're missing the point here. They may not have been speaking, but they were communicating. There's something strange going on between the three of them. We don't know exactly what it is, but they obviously communicate well together, as they couldn't form such a fine unit that they are.
Rowan is 6 feet 7 inches tall, over 300 pounds, and looking on hauntingly from that rocking chair.
Let me ask you
Bray
a question.
Wyatt.
What have you noticed about this tag team?
They've been wildly effective.
They've been
There's
wildly
no doubt
effective,
about it.
but the main thing is they've kept Yoshitatsu in their half of, in fact, in their quarter of the ring. And that's very well competing, you know. That's great competing. That's what a good team does.
Certainly a method to the madness of the Wyatt family. Look at Tatsu, way up high. And there's a tag. Here comes Percy Watson. Drop kick by Watson. Frenetic energy. Watson is fresh and ready to battle. Look at Percy Watson. In a rhythm. Down. Watson for the win. Rowan comes in to spoil the victory. All 4 men in the ring. Chaos now, William. The legal men remain in the ring.
But this is a single elimination tournament. One
Here's
fall
a
can
cover
win this.
for the win. To advance in the tournament, it's over.
Here are your winners, the Wyatt family.
One debilitating shot did that for Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. That's all it takes. Now, you know all the other teams here in NXT are going to have a great deal of confidence, else they wouldn't be together as a team. But can you imagine how your confidence just drains out of you when you see that you have to face these two?
We have to look back at this again. Yoshitatsu with the clothesline. The Wyatt family out of the ring there, but then seizing control with a vicious lariat to end the action. The Wyatt family sending a message with a first-round win in the NXT Tag Team Title Tournament.
There's been a lot of great ideas that I've come up here as general manager. The NXT Tag Team titles are important to us, important to all of us. And the best talent get the best shots. So here's what I'm gonna offer you two guys. Next week, Leo Kruger, Cassius Ohno, NXT Tag Team Tournament match. What do you think? Is that good? Are you down with that?
I'm down with it. You know I'm down with it. You have got to
be.
be kidding me.
Whoa.
First off, I never got my rematch for the NXT title after the Shield got involved. And now, I'm not even invited to the NXT Tag Team Tournament. I'm getting screwed here, and I don't like it. You feeling froggy? Then jump, circus boy. That's right. I didn't think so.
All right. You like that circus music? It's cool. I like it. Let me tell you something. You wanted an opportunity to prove yourself. Seth Rollins was the one that made that match, wanted that match, ordered that match. I gave it to him, just like I gave Big E Langston what he wanted. So the bottom line, I got to thinking about tag team tournaments, you wasn't involved, because nobody in the locker room wanted to be your partner. Not even Jake Carter wanted to be your partner. You know what I'm talking about? So you need to take your cell phone out. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me, I just got a brilliant idea. How about you against Jake Carter, if you want to prove yourself? I'm talking about tonight.
Okay. What I want you to do is find Jake Carter. And I want you to let him know that my path to the NXT title starts tonight with his end.
Straight ahead, the NXT Tag Team Tournament explodes as the new British invasion of Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray collide with 3MB's Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre tonight.
The following contest is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Ponce Vedra Beach, Florida, Alicia Fox.
Foxy and Divalicious William Regal, a former Divas champion here at NXT, ready to make a statement about what it takes to make the main roster, and she's ready to take on a challenger from NXT.
Amazing strength, amazing beauty, an incredible grip and tendon strength. She shook my hand before, nearly broke my fingers.
Her opponent, from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks.
From the mean streets of Boston, here comes Sasha Banks on a meteoric rise, William. This is her third appearance and what a challenge, taking on a former Divas champion. This is a huge opportunity for the small package, Sasha Banks.
I like that, the small package. How nice. Yes, it's very impressive, Sasha Banks, the last few weeks. And I want to talk to my Twitter followers. I'm the darling of Twitter, you know. It is true that Sasha Banks is related to Snoop Dogg. Very true.
That is an exciting fact.
It is, yes. Me and Snoop are buddies, you know.
Are you?
Yes, we are.
I can't imagine you rapping.
I don't. Oh, then again, I do. Sometimes.
Sasha Banks, clearly an underdog against the former Divas champion. Despite the meteoric rise, certainly a huge disadvantage
Now Sasha Banks,
in experience.
Sasha Banks, as you say, is the underdog because
What a move!
yes, she's showing us some incredible skills. But Alicia Fox has that extra experience. She's around the actual WWE universe
For the win, quick cover.
far more, and she spends far more time on Raw and SmackDown competing against. And we can only say that because we're here in NXT, but far greater talent, of more experience. When you compete against better talent, you get better yourself.
Now, Sasha Banks, when I asked her earlier today about this opportunity, said she was, here's a cover. Kicking out at 2. Anxious, nervous, and excited. The youthful exuberance, recognizing that this is a serious challenge against an experienced and savvy veteran in Alicia Fox. Look at that, the cover for the win.
Beautiful fisherman suplex there by Alicia Fox. And Alicia Fox has the most beautiful bridge of any wrestler I've ever seen.
Alicia
and that's
Fox
saying something.
in command right now, William. What can Sasha Banks do to turn the tide in this matchup?
Sasha Banks can quicken the pace, use her speed, and basically use her survival skills. You know, the things that she's taught, that's what she has to innovate. She has to try and get through this.
Another aggressive takedown by Alicia Fox. Shoulders on the mat, the cover. Count at 2, and a kick out by
There's a reason
Sasha
that
Banks.
Alicia Fox is the favorite. It's because she's a little bigger, a little stronger, but Sasha Banks just has to overcome.
Sasha Banks has a terrific athletic background, competed in track, basketball, softball, even played football. This is American football with pads as a junior high schooler, typically a sport played predominantly by boys. She was out there.
She's a tough lady.
She is extremely tough.
But she's facing a tough lady who I've said, she has incredible strength, tendon strength, Alicia Fox.
What is this move we're seeing here with Alicia Fox in command?
If you need me to explain that to you, you shouldn't be sat next to me.
What a move! What a reversal, stunning!
Beautiful monkey flip there.
Sasha Banks.
Reminiscent of the great Tony Charles there. That was such a beautiful monkey flip.
Sasha Banks in a rhythm. Offense building. Banks up off the ropes. The top rope
using her
arm
speed,
drag, a
using her
tribute
speed,
to
yes.
Eddie Guerrero, her all-time favorite. What a grab by Fox. The strength of Alicia Fox demonstrated there. Sasha Banks in deep trouble, William.
Now look, we don't know how badly Sasha Banks' nose has hit the floor, because when you hit your nose, that takes you completely out of the game. I don't care who you are. Your eyes watery and your
What a
eyes...
turnaround.
Whoa!
Cover and the win.
Here is your winner, Sasha Banks.
Sasha Banks just countered a body slam perfectly. I'm so happy for the young lady. Good for her.
The small package for the win. Alicia Fox is shocked.
I've been trained to be a champion since I was 13 years old. So that means I'm not here to be a diva. I'm here to be a fighter. So many things the NXT universe wants to know about Paige. But the less you know about me, the better.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm NXT's new correspondent, Renee Young. Joining me at this time is my guest, Oksana. Now, Oksana, we all know that you have a match against Paige next week. What can we expect?
Well, Renee, if you ask me, Paige has tried to be like me by stealing my look. Just made it much trashier. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit angry, and I don't know why she was all the rage in 2012. But let me tell you, 2013, it's gonna be my year, Oksana's. And next week, everybody going found out that I'm in and Paige is out.
Still to come, another exciting matchup in NXT's Tag Team Title Tournament. as Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray battle it out with 3MB's Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre tonight.
I am the true ascension, and I will rise.
Welcome back to the exciting action of NXT. Tony Dawson alongside William Regal. What a night it's been. And William, we've seen excitement already, and what a thrilling night so far, and still good stuff in store.
The NXT Tag Championships on the line. I mean, it's the most important night in some of these young superstars' career.
And now we shift our focus to singles competition.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Scottsdale, Arizona, weighing 250 pounds, Jake Carter.
The son of a mastodon. It's time, it's Vader time. That's the son of the legendary Vader making his way into the ring, William. What a legend his father was.
Just returning from injury, and recently he spent some time in Europe, and he's decided he's going to go to modelling school. Did you know that? He wants to take some time out in a few years' time and go to London and Milan and study the modelling. He's a good-looking lad.
His opponent from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 209 pounds, Corey Graves.
A rebel with a cause. The cause to distinguish himself in 2013, William. The Filth Parade is what Corey Graves calls his pursuit of the NXT Championship, a bad boy on a mission.
Look deep into Corey Graves' eyes. What do you see, Tony?
Darkness.
Evil. Pure evil. His eyes tell a wonderful story.
Well, it doesn't look like Jake Carter is intimidated.
Well, they know each other very well. I mean, we have to allude to this. They used to be actually a team together. They teamed for a while. And how they broke up, I can't even say it on air. It's like something from behind the music. Filth and debauchery.
You saw Corey Graves when he came into the ring, showing those tattoos stayed down on his knuckles.
I can tell you this, they're banned from every theme park in America.
Tactically, these two have great familiarity with each other, as you mentioned.
Yes.
What kind of a challenge does that present?
Well, when you've teamed together, even if it's only for a short while, you get to know the intricacies of your partner, whether you like it or not. You know all about them, you know how the strengths, what makes them tick. And so they know that. And the thing is with Jake Carter, you've got to remember that the sheer strength of the young man. I've known about him and known him since he was 5 years old. And he was on a push-up regimen, then his father had him on, doing hundreds at a time every day.
The strength of Jake Carter on display. There's Corey Graves with a reversal.
But Corey Graves knows how to use his body for perfect leverage to get the most out of every opportunity.
Brilliantly executed back suplex as Corey Graves has it stuck on automatic. Doing his best Dolph Ziggler impersonation, dropping repeated elbows. Corey Graves on New Year's, he goes for the win. And a quick kick out by Carter. On New Year's, Corey Graves tweeted that it's time to get to work. I'm taking over the world. Hashtag Year of Filth.
Nice quarter Nelson with a chin lock there. Sometimes that's called in Europe the gator hold.
What can Jake Carter do as Corey Graves has seized control of this matchup? Battle of wills here, the submission hold. We know
Did you
all
notice
too
before?
well.
Did you notice before we're talking about how strong Jake Carter is and how Corey Graves knows how to take advantage of that. He dropped a fist right on the nose. We talked about that in the last match. You get hit in the nose, your eyes water, you lose all sense of where you are, and he's taken advantage of that.
Corey Graves, a submission specialist.
Yes,
we
he
know
is.
all about the 12th step. That's his
13th
most
step,
lethal.
actually.
13th step.
You're thinking about me when you're talking about 12 steps.
A Freudian slip.
I've cracked all of them.
The 13th step, his most lethal submission hold. Carter. Ooh. A blow to the midsection as Carter gets his offense going. Now Carter for the cover and the win. A quick turnaround. Carter. Frustrated. The pretty boy, you talked about him as an aspiring model. He's a tough guy too. Look at that spear.
Shock block right to the knee there. Let's see how Corey Graves takes advantage of this. Into
Trying to
that
set up the
13th step.
13th step and lock it in for the win. Carter in deep trouble. Can he reach the ropes?
If he can keep the pressure on the
He
ankle,
cannot.
yes.
It's over. Corey Graves.
Corey Graves.
What was wonderful about that, did you see the way that Corey Graves kept the pressure on the ankle, pulling it towards the center of the ring and not allowing Jake Carter to get to the ropes? That was something special to watch.
Corey Graves taking control late in the matchup. The spear followed by the 13th step. And that was all she wrote. Look at the wild-eyed look. A stare that pounds the brain from Corey Graves. The match was over, and Graves still looked bent on destruction.
First, I get screwed out of a rematch for the NXT title. Then, I'm not even allowed in the NXT Tag Team title tournament. Maybe it's because I'm an outcast. That's okay, I'm used to it. But I hope that management is watching and listening real carefully right now. Because as the savior of misbehavior, if I can't be in this tournament, I'm declaring anarchy on NXT. Oh, and by the way, Alex Riley, the next time I see you, you're gonna do the same thing as everybody else. Stay down.
The anti-hero, Corey Graves.
Something that says pure menace when you look at Corey Graves.
Still to come here on NXT, our tag team tournament first round matchup between 3MBs, Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre, and Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray is next.
Later tonight, the NXT champion Big E Langston goes toe-to-toe with Axel Keegan. Can the one-man army continue to dominate? We'll find out. But up next, Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray step into the ring with 3MB's Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre as the NXT Tag Team title tournament is about to explode.
Hey, man.
Oh, what's up, man?
I wanted to say thank you for helping me out with Primo and Epico the other week. But, I gotta ask, why did you help me?
Bro, it's a new year. And with the new year comes a new attitude. Besides, what I was doing before, it wasn't working for me. Trust me, I needed to change.
Okay, but when we had our match the other month, you know, ever since then, me and you haven't really been the best of friends.
Look. The past, that's in the past. I'm worried about right now. And next week, we face Primo and Epico. A couple weeks ago, we lost to Primo and Epico. Look, dude, they're former WWE Tag Team champions. They're decent. I think we're better. And I think we can beat them. And we beat them, you know what that means.
One step closer to being the tag team champion.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah? Let's do this.
Earlier tonight, WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels making the huge announcement that there would be an NXT Tag Team Tournament.
Introducing first at a total combined weight of 469 pounds, Drew McIntyre, Heath Slater, 3MB.
The Tag Team Tournament has main roster WWE talent here, 3MB, William. What a huge statement about the importance of the NXT Tag Team title.
And you know Heath Slater, this man has been several times WWE Tag Team Champion. So he knows exactly how to compete in such high-level, tag team situations. Drew McIntyre, as we know, the chosen one. You can say what you want about their strange way that they act, but they both know what they're doing when it comes to belt time.
Each know what it takes to win a championship, and they, the 3MB members in the ring right now, both believe that they have what it takes.
Their opponents, at a total combined weight of 419 pounds, the team of Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray.
On the left, Adrian Neville, the high flyer, the man that gravity forgot. And on the right, Oliver Gray, two young men from Great Britain with unbelievable talent. Boundless. William, as our
Yes.
resident Brit, can you
Yes.
put into perspective the type of potential Gray and Neville have?
Well, most people looking at Gray and Neville will think that they're underdogs in this match, right? But here we go, Adrian Neville. This young man has competed all over the world. He's been a standout star in Japan for the last 6 years. He's trained with all the great masters in Japan, in Mexico, in Britain, with the great Johnny Saint, with Robbie Brookside. He's gone around the world learning the skills that it needs to be one of the finest competitors available. And that's what he is. He's from Newcastle in England. Do you know where that is? In the northeast.
I trust that you do.
Yes. Oliver Gray's fascinating to me because he's related to the great Alan Dennison, a British wrestler of great fame.
This is the second tag team matchup of the night, part of the tag team tournament. Earlier, the Wyatt family advanced by dispatching Yoshitatsu and Percy Watson. Drew McIntyre slung down. It's McIntyre and Heath Slater. To say that they were overconfident.
I don't think they were overconfident.
Earlier tonight, when I asked them about this opportunity, they were talking about this being a simple case of experience and talent winning out.
But why would they give you their strategy? They're not stupid just because they look the way they do and they act the way
Here's
they do.
McIntyre looking to end it quickly.
And believe me, I know because they really are annoying. I'd like to punch both of them right in the face.
William.
But they're getting attention. They know how to get attention. They're not stupid. They will have well scouted out their teams that they're facing. They know exactly what they're doing. Don't let it fool you that you think they're all, they're a bit strange the way they are.
The athletic ability of Adrian Neville on full display. Neville bouncing around the ring. He's 5'9" and a solid 200 pounds, and everyone in WWE Universe saw when Neville made his debut just how electric and athletic he could be.
He reminds me of the great Dynamite Kid, without a doubt. I was lucky enough at 8 years of age to watch Dynamite Kid at 16. Just change the sport and change our industry. Oof. I think Adrian Neville can do the same.
Neville has been in the ring for the entire match up till now. Here comes Oliver Gray.
Oliver Gray from the south coast of England. Very skilled man. Trial for Britain in judo. Has been wrestling for a long time, all over Britain, all over Europe. Very well skilled in the art of submissions. The way he keeps the pressure on that wrist lock there.
The front man of 3MB, Heath Slater, getting all he can handle from Oliver Gray. You mentioned his judo exploits.
He saw a little bit of it there.
Oliver Gray stopped his judo career to pursue his dream of becoming a WWE superstar. Was well on the way, Oliver Gray was, to competing in the Olympic Games for the UK. Oliver Gray in
Look
command
at the way
right
he's
now.
hyperextending the elbow. Smart competing there, you see. Constant pressure on the elbow joint and the wrist joint. Now, I've watched Heath Slater a lot. Heath Slater's right-handed, so his dominant arm is being taken away from him.
Ooh! Explosive drop kick. Heath Slater sliding out of the ring to recover. Slater, the Golden Gloves champion of West Virginia in 2000. Oh my goodness! Here comes Neville! Oh my goodness! The NXT fans clearly behind Gray and Neville. First round NXT Tag Team Tournament action in the ring. We have to look at this again. Adrian Neville going up, over, and out. The man that gravity forgot. Dazzling offense. Oh! McIntyre! What a maneuver! McIntyre for the win.
Hard kick by the Scotsman there, right into the breadbasket of Oliver Gray. As I say it all the time, take the wind out of a competitor and you make that competitor very weak very quickly.
Great tandem action here from 3MB, the established main roster superstars. The cover for the win, kicking out Oliver Gray. Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre have received a stiff test from these two NXT superstars, Oliver Gray and Adrian Neville. A single elimination tag team title tournament to win the first ever NXT tag team crown. The stakes could not be higher.
You certainly couldn't, no. Everybody wants, you always want to be a part of history. And what better way to make history than be the first NXT tag team champions? You'll be remembered forever. There can only be one. Or two in this case.
Oliver Gray in agony. Heath Slater showing the savvy, veteran experience that has made him a mainstay on Raw and SmackDown. Tag made. Drew McIntyre, the legal man. Of course, Seth Rollins won the first ever NXT championship, and he's now a main roster WWE superstar. Here's McIntyre to close it out and end the match. No.
One thing about Drew McIntyre and Heath Slater, though, they have spent more time together as a team, whether it be in the three-man unit or just as a team. And so you saw the way before that Heath Slater intervened on the part of his partner.
Mentioned Seth Rollins. He was defeated for the NXT Championship by Biggie Langston. He'll be in action next. What a vicious blow there. McIntyre to end it. 3MB still unable to pick up the victory. William, are you surprised that this has been such a hard-fought and closely contested
No, not
matchup?
at all, no. Absolutely not. I do my homework. I know that every competitor here does.
That will do it. Heath Slater for the win. No!
As I said before, doesn't matter what 3MB tell you, they know what their opponents are capable of, and these are very well-capable opponents.
Heath Slater looked as if he had enough to end the match. Oliver Gray showing resilience and character.
Oliver Gray was a lumberjack, believe this or not. That's what his family are all known to do. He was a lumberjack. I mean, that builds a lot of incredible strength and toughness.
Oliver Gray grew up on a remote farm in the middle of the moors, a barren area. He said, William...
Yes, because he chopped all the trees down.
Yes, he said, William can attest to how rough and tough I am. What a move! Oliver Gray and Adrian Neville. The back suplex there. Neville desperately trying to get back involved. Gray has been in the action. Now the tag is made. Here comes Neville.
Pace is quickened now.
Get your popcorn ready.
This is where Neville's at his best.
So explosive, William. Neville. Unbelievable. Drew McIntyre restoring order. Adrian Neville has unbelievable athletic ability, otherworldly skills, and he's up to the top rope. Slater couldn't defend. Neville way up high. Oh my goodness! For the win!
Here are your winners, Oliver Gray and Adrian Neville.
The world has been shocked.
Wow!
Wow!
I am speechless, William.
I'm speechless, but I told you. I knew all about this team coming in here.
This
Adrian
guy
Neville
is absolutely
unbelievable.
incredible. We have to look at this again. He's not on a springboard. He's above a ring. That's not a swimming pool. Insane.
Please let's see that. Here we go.
Spectacular.
How on earth?
How on earth is right?
Exactly how? Unbelievable.
Advancing to the next round and doing it with a flourish. Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes on two superstars right there. Everybody will be talking about Adrian Neville and Oliver Gray tomorrow. Unbelievable.
The following contest is a non-title match scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring from Framingham, Massachusetts, weighing 218 pounds, Axel Keegan.
Tough competitor Axel Keegan, trained by the great Killer Kowalski.
An enormous opportunity.
Oh dear.
Here comes the champion.
I'm a soldier, yeah, I told you. I'm on a mission, I'm switching. Listen, I'm the trouble. I can't keep still, I can't keep still. I'm in trouble. I can't keep still.
His opponent, Tampa, Florida, weighing 297 pounds. He is your NXT champion, Big E Langston.
Undefeated and unchallenged, unquestionably the leader of the NXT universe. William, what impressed you the most about Big E Langston?
Well, Big E Langston is very controversial, but he's incredibly talented. What's there not to be impressed about? I mean, really.
His association with Dolph Ziggler, well chronicled. Big E Langston, the awesome, destructive force.
Well played by Dolph Ziggler. Why wouldn't you want a man like Big E Langston with you?
The air of invincibility that surrounds Big E have reminded many of his counterparts, his competitors in the NXT locker room, of Mike Tyson. Enough said.
I would have loved Big E Langston to be around me and to look after me when I was competing, just to travel with him and to pass my knowledge on to him. He's just, this young man is phenomenal.
The unenviable task for Axel Keegan is squaring off in a non-title match with Big E Langston. Keegan said earlier today that this match represents for him a shot to make a name for himself. An opportunity to make a name for himself. The NXT fans clearly in the corner of Big E Langston. The 5 count, Big E Langston's signature. Langston eschewing the typical 3 count for the victory and holding down his opponents for counts of 5, evoking memories of WWE legends. Look at Big E Langston,
Goodness gracious,
wasting no time.
Yes, he doesn't work by the hour, does he? He's learned that quickly. When you're as powerful as this, why waste time?
A monstrous 285 pounds loading up for the big ending. Axel Keegan, powerless.
Here is your winner, Big E Langston.
The word dominant doesn't begin to approach an accurate description of Big E Langston.
Big E Langston looks very disappointed that he only got a 3 count. In fact, why did he only get a 3 count?
He's not satisfied yet.
The crowd's working Big E into a frenzy here. Goodness gracious. In fact, I wish they'd shut up. You never know what he's going to do to some poor fellow. Especially poor Axel. Oh, dear. Now then.
What's this?
It only takes 3 counts to take your most prized possession, Biggie Langston. In 2 weeks, I hope that you will be present for the awakening. Then, and only then, I will truly show you what I think of the 5 counts.
Conor O'Brien issuing a challenge to the reigning NXT champion. And Axel Keegan bearing the brunt of the punishment.
Well, there we see Big E's response.
Axel Keegan getting buried by Big E Langston. And Axel Keegan bearing the brunt of the punishment intended.
I hope Conor O'Brien was watching that, because does he realise what he's letting himself in for here?
Certainly Conor O'Brien has got the attention of Big E Langston.
Well, Big E Langston's got the world's attention.
Ever the crowd pleaser. Big E Langston loading up again. Another big ending. You can count to 100. Or stop at 5.
Big E just drives his opponents into the canvas. I mean, it's just ferocious.
This is unbelievable. The strength of Big E Langston Williams. Extraordinary. And a 5 count for effect. The champion, Big E Langston, putting an exclamation point on this thrilling night of action at NXT.